Hi students, I am continuing the chapter sequence and series, and today I am going to discuss some problems related to geometry progression. So it's very important. Listen carefully. This is our first question. Find four numbers forming a geometry progression in which third term is greater than the first term by 9 and the second term is greater than the fourth by 18. So let's start the solution of this question. Here given that four numbers are forming a geometry progression, let the four numbers be A1, A2, A3, A4, and in general form of geometric progression representation, here we get the first term is A, second term is AR, third term is AR square, fourth term is AR cube, using nth term formula AR raised to n minus 1. Okay. So here given that third term is greater than first term by 9. That means the difference between A3 minus A1 is 9. Right? And also given that the second term is greater than the fourth term by 18. So the difference of A2 and 4 will be equal to 18. Okay. So next I am going to use the nth formula here, and we know that third term can also be written as AR square minus first term is written as A equal to 9. Okay. Similarly, second term can be replaced by AR minus fourth term is replaced by AR cube equal to 18. So let it name it as equation number 1 and equation number 2. So here if you observe in equation number 1, here A is common. So taking outside A from these two terms, here we get A into R square minus 1 equal to 9. Let it name it as equation number 3. And here also AR is common in these two terms. So taking AR outside from these two terms, here we get AR into 1 minus R square equal to 18. Let it name it as equation number 4. Okay. So next I am going to divide equation number 4 divided by 3, and here we get AR into 1 minus R square divided by A into R square minus 1 in LHS. On RHS we get 18 by 9. So if you observe this step, here A is we can cancel this A, and here also 9 and 12 will cancel, and here we get 2. Okay, next I am going to take a negative from numerator, so it will become minus R into R square minus 1, and denominator remains the same equal to 2. And these two terms will cancel each other, and we get minus R equal to 2, and from this we get R equal to 2. R means common ratio is equal to 2. Okay. So we need to find out the four numbers, that is A, AR, AR square, AR cube. So for that we need the value of A. So next I am going to substitute the value of R in equation number 3. Equation number 3 is a into r square minus 1 equal to 9, right? So substituting the value of r here, r is 2, so I'm substituting here 2 square minus 1 equal to 9. We get a into 4 minus 1 equal to 9, which implies a into 4 minus 1 is 3 equal to 9, and these 3 and 9 will cancel, and we get the value of first term. A is first term, right? So first term is 3. Okay, so next I am going to find out the 4 numbers. The 4 numbers are, first one is a, second one is ar, third one is ar square, fourth one is ar cube. So substituting the value of a by 3 and r by 2, and we get first number is 3, second number is 3 into minus 2, right? R equal to minus 2. So 3 into minus 2 will become 6. Next a into, a means 3. 3 into minus 2 all square. That means 4 into 3 will become 12. Next 3 into minus 2 whole cube. So here minus 6, 12. Here it will become minus 8 into 3. 8 into 3 will become minus 24. So the numbers are 3, minus 6, 12, minus 24. Okay, I hope you understood this question. This is our second question. If the pth, qth and rth term of a GP are a, b and c respectively, prove that a raised to q minus r into b raised to r minus p into c raised to p minus q equal to 1. Okay, so let's start the solution of this question. Here we know that the formula for finding nth term in GP are n equal to a r raised to n minus 1. I'm taking capital letter A is the first term and capital letter R is the common ratio. So our nth term in the formula for finding nth term will changes to a n is equal to a r raised to n minus 1. Okay, so in our question, given that the pth, qth and rth term of a GP are a, b, c. So first of all, I'm going to find out the pth term, that is replacing this n by p, we get pth term a r raised to p minus 1 equal to, given that it is a. Okay, so let it name it as equation number 1. Next, qth term. So replacing n by q, in this formula we get qth term aq is equal to a r raised to q minus 1, and it is given as b. Okay, name it as equation number 2. Next, rth term. Rth term is represented by AR. Replacing this n by r, we get the rth term by AR raised to capital R raised to r minus 1, and the value is given as C, equation number 3. So we need to prove that this LHS equal to RHS. So starting with the LHS. And what is our LHS? A raised to q minus r into b raised to r minus p into c raised to p minus q. Okay, so here we get the value of a, b and c using these three equations. I am going to substitute the value of a, b and c here. In LHS we get value of a is a r raised to p minus 1 whole raised to q minus r into value of b is a r raised to q minus 1 whole raised to r minus p. Okay, into value of c, a r raised to r minus 1 whole raised to c raised to p minus q. So substituting the value of c here, and don't forget to write this power here. Okay, so using the law of exponent, we know that x raised to m whole raised to n is equal to x raised to mn. So using this law of exponent, I'm going to write this term by a raised to q minus r into r raised to p minus 1 into q minus r. Okay, so taking this power inside this bracket, we get a raised to q minus r into, using this law of exponent here, r raised to p minus 1 whole raised to q minus r will become r raised to p minus 1 into q minus r. Similarly, for other term, it will become a raised to r minus p into r raised to q minus 1 into r minus p. Using here this formula, and it will become a raised to p minus q into r raised to r minus 1 into p minus q. Okay. So next I'm going to use another law of exponent, x raised to m into x raised to n can also be written as x raised to m plus n. Okay, so using this, here base is same, right? Power is different. So here we get x raised to m plus n. So using this law of exponent, I'm going to write here base a, the base, in these three term, base is a but power is different. So I'm going to write whole powers as a sum. So here we get q minus r plus r minus p plus p minus q. Similarly, in this term also the power is different but base is same. So here also I am writing r raised to p minus 1 into q minus r plus q minus 1 into r minus p plus r minus 1 into p minus q. Okay, so here if you observe this term, here plus q and minus q will cancel each other, plus p and minus p will cancel each other, plus r and minus r will cancel each other. So the power of a will become 0. Okay, so taking looking this term, first of all I'm going to multiply whole these terms. So here we get pq, multiplying these two terms we get pq minus pr minus q plus r plus, multiplying these two terms we get qr minus pq minus r plus p plus, multiplying these two terms we get rp minus rq minus p plus q. And if we observe these terms, plus pq and minus pq will cancel each other, minus pr minus pr plus pr will cancel each other, minus q plus q will cancel each other, plus r minus r will cancel each other, plus QR minus QR will cancel each other. RQ is equivalent to QR, right? Next, plus P and minus P will cancel each other. The whole power of R will become 0. And we know that x raised to 0 equal to 1. So a raised to 0 is 1 and r raised to 0 is 1. And finally we get 1. And we have to prove that LHS equal to 1. So we have showed LHS equal to 1. And this is our RHS, right? So hence proved. I hope you understood this question. This is our next question. Find the value of n so that a raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 whole divided by a raised to n plus b raised to n may be the geometric mean between a and b. Okay, so let's start the solution of this question. Given that geometric mean between a and b is equal to a raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 divided by a raised to n plus b raised to n. And we know that geometric mean between a and b is root of ab. So equating these two terms we get a raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 divided by a raised to n plus b raised to n equal to root ab. Next I am going to squaring on both sides. In this question we need to find out the value of n. So for that squaring on both sides in this equation, so we get a raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 whole square divided by a raised to n plus b raised to n whole square equal to root of ab whole square will become ab, right? So next I am going to take this term to RHS. So it will become a raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 whole square equal to ab into a raised to n plus b raised to n whole square. Okay. Next I am going to use one of the famous identity a plus b whole square for this expansion of these two terms. And what is a plus b whole square? A square plus 2ab plus b square. So using this formula or identity I am going to expand these two terms, and here we get on our LHS it will become a raised to n plus 1 whole square plus 2 into a raised to n plus 1 into b raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 whole square equal to ab into expanding a raised to n plus b raised to n whole square using this formula. Here we get a raised to n whole square plus 2 into a raised to n into b raised to n plus b raised to n the whole square. Okay. So next I am going to use the law of exponent. X raised to m whole raised to n can also be written as x raised to mn, right? So using this formula this term will become a raised to 2 into n plus 1, okay, plus 2 into a raised to n plus 1 into b raised to n plus 1 plus using again the law of exponent here it will become 2 into b raised to 2 into n plus 1 equal to, and here I am going to open this bracket, so it will become ab into a raised to, here also I am using the same law of exponent, so it will become a raised to 2n plus ab into 2 into a raised to n into b raised to n plus ab into, here also using the same law of exponent, so it will become b raised to 2n. Okay, so next I'm going to open this bracket, so it will become a raised to 2n plus 2 plus 2 into a raised to n plus 1 into b raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to 2n plus 2, open this bracket, equal to, here a raised to, here it will become, using again law of exponent, x raised to m into x raised to n can also be written as x raised to m plus n. So this a raised to 1 and a raised to 2n will become a raised to 2n plus 1 into b plus, here also 2 into a raised to n plus a raised to 1 will become a raised to n plus 1, and here b raised to n into b raised to 1 will become b raised to n plus 1 plus, here a into b raised to 2n into b raised to 1 will become b raised to 2n plus 1. Okay, so observing these two terms will cancel each other, right? These are same term, so if we take this term to LHS, so it will become 0, right? So cancelling these two terms, we get the next step as a raised to 2n plus 2 plus b raised to 2n plus 2 equal to a raised to 2n plus 1 into b plus a into b raised to 2n plus 1. Okay, so next I am going to taking this term to LHS and this term to RHS. Okay, so we get a raised to 2n plus 2 minus a raised to 2n plus 1 into b equal to a into b raised to 2n plus 1, taking this term to RHS, so it will become minus b raised to 2n plus 2. Okay, so next I'm going to taking a raised to 2n plus 1, from these two terms we get a raised to 2n plus 1 into a minus b, and here also I am taking b raised to 2n plus 1, from these two terms here we get b raised to 2n plus 1 into a minus b. Okay, we know that a raised to 2n plus 2 can be written as a raised to 2n into a square, using the law of exponent x raised to m into x raised to n can also be written as x raised to m plus n, right? Okay, and this can be also written as a raised to 2n into a into a. This a has a power of 1, so this can be also written as a raised to 2n plus 1 plus 1 or plus 1 into a. So taking these two terms, I am writing a raised to 2n plus 1 using law of exponent, and this is what I am using here for taking outside a raised to 2n plus 1. So remaining terms are a here. Okay, I hope you understood. Next, these two terms will cancel each other, so here we get a raised to 2n plus 1 equal to b raised to 2n plus 1. So here power is common, so taking b raised to 2n plus 1 on LHS, so it will become a raised to 2n plus 1 divided by b raised to 2n plus 1 equal to 1. right? So here power is common, so this can be also written as a by b whole raised to 2n plus 1 equal to 1. So 1 can also be written as a by b whole raised to 0. So here base value is same, power is different, so we can equating these two values, that is 2n plus 1 equal to 0. From this we get 2n equal to minus 1, n equal to minus 1 by 2. So this is our value of n. Okay, I hope you understood this question. This is our last question. If a and g be arithmetic mean and geometric mean respectively between two positive numbers, prove that the numbers are a plus or minus root of a plus g into a minus g. Okay, so let's start the solution of this question. Here a is the arithmetic mean and g is geometric mean between two numbers. Okay, and we know that arithmetic mean between two numbers is a plus b by 2 and geometric mean between two number is root of ab. Okay, so this can be also written as a equal to a plus b by 2. So from this we get a plus b equal to 2a. Let it name it as equation number 1. Okay. Again, g is equivalent to root of ab. So from this we get g square equal to ab. Root of ab all square means it will be equal to ab, right? So equation number 2. Now I am using one identity. We know that a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is equivalent to 4ab, right? From this we can write it as a minus b whole square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 4ab. Okay, so this is an important identity. So using this we get a minus b whole square equal to a plus b whole square minus 4ab. So next I am going to substitute the value of a plus b and ab using these two equation. So our a minus b whole square will become a plus b is equivalent to 2a. So write this 2 here, square here, minus 4 into ab is equivalent to g square. So just replacing the value of a plus b by 2a and ab by g square, we get a minus b whole square as 2a square minus 4g square. Okay, this can be also written as 2 square is 4 into a square minus 4 into g square. So taking this 4 outside, here we get 4 into a square minus g square, right? So here we get a minus b whole square is equal to 4 into a square minus g square. We know that a plus b into a minus b can also be written as a square minus b square. Using this formula, this a square minus g square can also be written as a plus g into a minus g, right? And LHS will remain same. From this a minus b will become root of 4 into a plus g into a minus g, and we know that root 4 is 2, so here we get root 2 into root of a plus g into a minus g is equal to a minus b. And let us name it as equation number 3. Using equation number 1 and 3, I am going to add 1 plus 3. We get 2a. A plus a will become 2a. B minus b will become 0. equal to 2a plus 2 root of a plus g into a minus g. So from this, here 2 is common, taking outside from these two terms, we get a plus a root of a plus g into a minus g. And cancelling these two, we get the value of a as one of the number, as a plus root of a plus g into a minus g. Okay. Again I'm going to subtract these two equations. So a minus a will become 0, b minus of minus b will become 2b, equal to 2a minus 2 root of a plus g into a minus g. And here also 2 is common, taking 2 from these two terms, we get a plus 2 into a plus root of a plus g into a minus g. Cancelling these two, here we get the value of b, second number, as a, sorry, it is minus, right, a minus root of a plus g into a minus g. So these are our two numbers. So this can be written as a plus or minus root of a plus g into a minus g. The first number is a plus root of a plus g into a minus g. Second number is a minus root of a plus g into a minus g. So now we have proved. In this question we need to prove that the numbers are a plus or minus root of a plus g into a minus g. Now we have proved. Okay. Hence proved. I hope you understood this question.